Evening everyone, welcome back to the channel. So as I promised you in the last video, we're going to do the second part of this picture together in J.R. Hampson's Night Garden. I apologise for my voice, I am ill again. This is how far we've got. Really sore throat, just feel like pants. But colouring takes my mind off it. I've dosed myself up with paracetamol. I'm ready to go. I didn't even go to work today, I felt so ill. Alright, so let's get straight into it. When we left, what am I talking about? I was going to say when we left I'd done this, but you know what I've done. So I want to concentrate on the clouds. And to do that, I'm going to bring in some pinks. Some very soft pinks, but nevertheless, pinks. I'm just lining them up. So, we're going to come in and have a look. So we're going to look at this top bit of cloud first, or maybe this middle, no, top bit of cloud. And these are the colours that I've got. So I have got pink. Oh my goodness, my hands. I've got pink, I've got blush pink, and I've got Deco pink, and then white. So taking our darkest colour, which is pink, I am going to start at the bottom and I'm going to blend round, well, put a line of this pink in round the line. Can you see what I'm doing? So it's currently 3:05 in the morning and I woke up feeling so poorly. My throat is agony. Excuse my phone. So I got up, made a hot drink and took some tablets, and I just felt like colouring. After the joy of finding this footage, because I thought it was lost, I thought I would come on excuse me, and share this page with you, even if I sound like a man. Okay, so I'm now going to put in a blush pink, and I'm going to blend that in, going over that first colour. Did I get that right? Yeah, I did, yeah, it's alright. I confuse myself sometimes. I'm going to blend that in, and we'll go back over and deepen that base up in a minute. Just bring that out really lightly. And then I'm going to take a Deco pink and I'm going to move the light so it's not, we haven't got that massive glare, and then that's going to go on the top half of the cloud. Go over the last bit that I coloured because it helps to blend out any lines that you might have. There we go. Okay, let's go back in with pink. And we're going to just deepen up the base of that cloud. Fill in any of the white space that we've got left on that paper. Excuse me. Oh, this is awful. So there's this another virus, not the virus, another virus at school going round that starts with sore throat. Yesterday I had a terrible pain in my head and my eye, so my eye was running, and then when I woke up this morning I couldn't even speak. It was so painful. You know what it's like, first thing in the morning and last thing at night. So I'm going back in with blush pink. Yeah, so this virus starts like this, and then you get, I haven't got it yet, but they say you get like ulcers on your throat, not tonsillitis. It's really not pleasant, folks. So I'm going to sit and colour and take my mind off it while the paracetamol work. And I was so kindly gifted this book by Katie that I want to get this video up to you. And I love it. So this is white, and I'm just going to go over the top of that, top half, just to help that blend. Okay, and then just keep going until because it's Amazon paper, to do light layers, just to build that colour up, and get rid of any of that, the white spots, just deepen up in there. So this is my fairy tale picture. So blush pink, so I can't believe it. I'm just taking my dressing gown off. Excuse me. Yeah, where was I? Let's take my dressing gown off. So hot flushes, and it feels very much like that virus that must not be named. Gone up my chest. Feel really poorly. Blah de blah. Anyway, enough about miserableness. Let's have a look at the next cloud down. Now, the lines kind of go off here, so I'm going to put a pencil line in, because it kind of comes up here, but then stops behind here. So I'm just going to add a little line in there to give me a guide. So these are peaches, my little stubs. And I will show in another video, but I've had a subscriber send me a whole 150 set of Prismas so that I don't have to do this anymore with stubby pencils for you, but which was bowled over, but I will do another video on that because I want to thank that person properly. So I've got peach, then it is Deco Peach, and then light peach. Can you see those colours? So again, at the bottom, let's do it over here because there's not much space up there. So I'm going in with peach, and then this bottom cloud will be the pink again, and then I'll match those up this side. That's only got two, so that will be, I'll have to probably draw a line in there to separate that one out, just so that it looks like it's right. Let's get that peach in there. We'll bring it round here a little bit, just so it doesn't look a bit odd. Okay, then we're going to go in with Deco Peach, sorry. There we go. And broke the end off, never mind. We're going to bring that out. It's not such a good idea to have such sharp pencils on Amazon paper. They actually work that little bit better if they're slightly dull. I find anyway, in my opinion. Okay, so this is Deco Peach. Put that in. Bring that right up here. Come up a bit further with that. And then just like we did with the pink, we will go back over when we're ready and darken it up. So now I've got light peach. Try and get it so that it's not blurred and you can see the number. There we go. And then we're going to put light peach in. Now, if you watched my other video, I got all confused and I said, do your dark colours first and then do your light. It's the wrong way around, folks. As you've just seen, I've had to erase that. if you're going to do light colours, do them first, then do your darks, because you will drag dark colours into your light. And that's what's just happened there. So, because of my brain confusion, I'd lost the flow of what I was saying in the video, and I said, oh, about dragging colours in, do your darks first. It's not, it's the other way round. Because you will drag dark colours in. So try to, if you can, try to do your lights first. So I'm going to avoid doing that any further. I'm going to go back in and deepen up the peach. Yeah, so as you see, it's so easy to drag in dark colours. So I would suggest, if you're going to do dark and lights, well, on most pages you do, but do your lights first. That way you don't drag a load of stuff in. Okay, right. Bit of Deco Peach. There, so we've got a nice whimsical soft background, but I needed colour to lift it. So this side of the page, if you look, if I can show you here, there's only like 2 clouds. So this one, this is pink, I'm going to do that pink, then this one joins this one, but there is no cloud here. So I'm just going to kind of estimate where that one would have come and just stick a cloud shape in like that, just so that I'm going to erase that with a shaky hand. Eee, dear oh dear, life's a trauma. Okay, bit of a cloud shape there, so that I can follow this cloud, that cloud, and then that will just be pink anyway. And that needs separating too. Oh, Mr. Hampson, I've had to separate your drawing. Alright, okay folks, I'm going to go and finish the clouds and I will be back with you very shortly. See you in a sec. Okay, I've finished the clouds. I really love how they look against this sort of orangey brown vines, so I'm really pleased with those. We're going to have a look at the grass. We will have to put a few of those stones back in, but I'll worry about that afterwards. So I've got 3 colours. If I bring you in a little bit so you can see, move my keyboard up. I've got a face full of dressing gown there, I apologise. Okay, these are the colours that we're going to be using, just the 3. I've got dark green, Kelly green and sap green light. Okay, so I'm going to put a divide in here where this line is. Can you see that line? I'm going to go in there and I'm going to put the dark green in. And bring that up here, round here, in that little, around that leaf, in that little bit there. Bring that up. And then start to soften it out for our next colour. So the next colour is, sorry about that, I had a candle burning and I've just blown it out. Kelly green. So we're going to go in with Kelly green and plop that in. Excuse me. Oh, for goodness sake. It's never ending, people. Never well. It's a bit of Kelly green. We can go back over that dark green. And then we're going to put in the sap green light at the top, where it meets the cloud. Go back over that, because the sap green will help us blend. There we go, and then we'll, as we do all the rest, we'll go in and deepen that up. Fill in those white spaces. Soften that off to get a better blend into that Kelly green. Back in with the Kelly green. Okay. And then, right, let's start down the bottom here. So we'll fill in, can you see? Good job I checked. We'll fill in here with the dark green. I'm going to leave this space blank and then we're going to do the border. So I'm going in with our dark green round the vines. And like the sky, the ink base just helps me to not have so much white space to fill in. I'm going to come up this side. And I'm actually going to ignore those lines and just put the colour in where I want it. So I'm going to come up here. And in here. Then we're going to get lighter as we go towards that edge there. Yeah, you can see. Okay, we'll put a little bit in here. And then we'll switch to our Kelly green. I might need to just sharpen that. Watch your ears a minute. I'm using Kevin's electric sharpener. Ready? It's an absolute blessing. I did think to myself I wouldn't use it while I'm doing colour alongs because it's so noisy, but it's so good when your hands are sore. What I will try not to, when I'm doing colour alongs, I'll continue to use my dull 133, which I love. So we're going to go in here. But yeah, it's a this one, a Taihu pencil sharpener. It's absolutely brilliant. I did show it in one of my haul and gift videos. It's really, really good. So I use it all the time, but I did say to myself, yeah, I won't use that when I'm filming because it's very loud. But as I'm not very well, I'm going to allow myself the pleasure tonight. I hope you don't mind. I hope I didn't deafen you if you've got headphones in. So this is the Kelly green. So I'm just going to fill that in and we'll get lighter as we come to that edge. I don't know if you can hear the birds singing in the background. It's now 20 to 4 in the morning. I should go to bed really while the paracetamols are working, but a long time spent in bed, hey folks, for me anyway, especially when you're ill. So I thought I'll wait till they wear off, take some more, and then I'll get back in bed. Okay, so I'm going to start to in a minute. I'm going to start to lessen off the pressure so that we can blend in that sap green. There will be stones, so there'll be dark over those. Eee. I do love this book, such gorgeous images in it. Okay, we'll have a little bit of that under here. And we will, just round this stone, take the dark green back. There's a stone here that I'm going to have to fill in. So I'm just going to put a bit of dark green there. And a little bit around where that one is. And then go in with the Kelly green. And then we'll take the sap green light and just blend that in. There we go. So that's one side done. The other side will be done exactly the same. Now I'm thinking that that door needs the pink that we used, which was the Black Widows, wasn't it? Now, can I find those Black Widows? So we used, I know we used Maiden. Can I find them, folks? Oh no. We used a little bit of, was it Tulip? Yeah, and Fancy Pink. There we go. Fancy Pink. Okay. So Tulip, Maiden Pink and Fancy Pink. And I'm sure it was it Tulip? What else have I got? I've got so much on my desk. No it wasn't. Plum Pudding, that's right. It was Plum Pudding. There we go. So, using the Plum Pudding, I'm going to put the lines in the door here. Could be Plum Pudding. Down there. Then I'm going to take the Maiden Pink from the Dragon set. Put that in. And then the Fancy Pink from the Cobra set. Just blend that in. She's got a pink front door. Then we use the Plum Pudding. And the Maiden Pink to do the bars across it. There we go. I'm just using the light one, our lightest colour to blend with. Let's make sure everything's filled in. There we go. That needs filling in here. So I've got the middle colour, which is Kelly Green. And then I might fill that whole thing there. Just looks odd. And then go back in with our sap green. Yeah, you could see. Okay. That's the grass complete. I've just got to do it this side. Okay, I'm going to go off and do the grass. And then we'll come back and do... We've got the path and then the border and we're done. I'll see you in a bit. Oh, and let's not forget her. While we've got the peach out, let's do her. So let's come in a bit for her. She's got a teeny tiny little face. So I've got Peach. Ooh, face full of pencil. Peach. And I'm just gonna... I'm not going to worry too much about shading it or anything like that. And then we'll just add a little bit of... This is light peach. Light peach. And we'll just put a little bit of that on the edge. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go off now. Finish the grass on that side. It's really coming together. Finish the grass on that side, then we'll come back. See you in a sec. Okay, I've done the grass. Happy with that. We need to look at these rocks and the path. So if we come in, I did a couple on this side, and I've used dark umber. So we're just going to put a little bit of dark umber at the bottom of those. Fill that one up. Back side of that on the bottom. And then this is Putty Beige. I hope you can pick that up. 1083 Putty Beige. And we're just going to spread that dark umber out with the Putty Beige. Okay. Right. Now the pathway, I'm just going to lift my keyboard up out of the way. The pathway, we're going to use the Putty Beige. I'm just going to use the side of the pencil and fill that path in. There's another little stone there behind that one. There we go. Then we're going to use just a variety of browns that we used for the castle. So this one is, I don't know, 941. And we're just going to put some gentle shading into the edge of that pathway to make us look like we've got a little bit of curvature, and the grass and the bushes are taller. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Put a bit of shading in there. There we go. Then we're going to use, let's use a bit of chocolate, and we'll stick that in for even more shadow. We'll get the Putty Beige again and go all over that. Then we can use, let's see, what were the browns that we used? Oh, let's use this. Sandbar brown. It's always a good one. Let's use sandbar brown. So I'm going to go around the base of those stones, make it quite dark, and then just fade it out. Just so they stand out a little bit more. Fill in the little ones completely. Quite a sharp tip to do that. So just going quite heavy at the bottom, just lessen it off. Deepen up that edge over there. Okay, one little pathway done. Right, I don't know what to do in these windows at the moment, so let's focus on her plait. So I've got goldenrod, which is 1034, and I'm going to put it at this edge of her plait. Well, I'm not sure if that's a hat or what it is, but I'm colouring it golden. And then I've got canary yellow. And then I'm going to go over that. So we've got a nice golden plait. She is Rapunzel, so she can have gold hair. There we are. I don't know what to do in these. I think I want them dark. Well, those I want dark. So we could get one of those really dark greys that we had. Let me see. Should all be out on my desk, which they are. Let's grab them. So let's do 70% into 30. Let's try that. Let's try 70% warm grey into 30% warm grey, because I was thinking that we'd do cloud behind that because like it was open, but actually that wouldn't support the tower. Anyway, it's a colouring book, Lucy. It's a fantasy colouring book. It can be whatever you want it to be. So I'm just going to colour that in grey, just so it's dark in there. I might go in with a little bit of black too, with the 30%. Yeah, let's grab a little bit of black. Nope, that's indigo blue. Where is black? Aha! Hiding. Black. And we'll just come up that, really deepen that up. In there. And then go back in with our darkest grey. There we go. That's good. There we go. Alright. Now in there's going to be light, isn't there? But I don't know what colour to do that in the window. So, what we've got left is this gorgeous border. Now, I'm going to do the inside of this. Why can't I move my book? Ah, okay. With black Posca, and this is 0.7mm PC1. What does that say? MR. So this tiny tip, and I'm going to fill in all the gaps around here. Now I was going to do it navy like the sky, but this seems to work better. So what I want this to be is like the page of a storybook. So this will be black. Just fill this in quickly. You don't need me to. You don't need to sit here and watch me fill in with black Posca. Around that little thorn. This does one of two things. It kind of disguises the black line art, and it will give us some depth, I hope. Okay, so I've filled that bit in. So the entire insides of the border are going to be black like that. And then I've got a gold gel pen, which happens to be the dual metallic hybrid, and it's just gold, but very, very beautifully sparkly. And all this will be gold. I really hope the camera's picking up on this dawn chorus. It's now 4:10 in the morning and the birds are really going for it, and it's supposed to be a lovely day here in the UK today. And they're singing their little hearts out, so I hope you can pick up on it. There. The idea with that was it looked like the gilded pages of a book. Don't know if you can pick up on that shine. We will do the little, we've got the little wolf down here, the skull, we've got a sword here, or swords, scissors, we'll colour those, I think, I don't know. So, I'm going to go off and do that border in the black and gold, and then we'll come back and have a look at what's left. See you in a second. Okay guys, after some sleep, reflection, and feeling a little bit better, I hate this. I hate it. It just doesn't go. I don't know what I was thinking. So, I need to rectify the page. I don't want to start all over again. So what I've done is taken a photocopy of it, cut it down to the size of the page. Oh, excuse my hand. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put that in the picture. I've cut it down to the size of the page because I still want to keep my spare copy. And what I'm going to do is cut this bit out and stick it on there. And then I'm going to come back and show you how we're going to do the border properly. Now I'm feeling a bit better. Alright folks, see you in a second. Okay folks, so after my massive fluff up, we're back and you'd never know. Apart from the fact it's no longer in the book, but it will slot in the spine and it will stay in the book, it'll be fine. Excuse my voice, it's still, I feel like 100 times better, but it's still, what am I trying to say? My voice is going, and I've put a plaster over my hand so you don't have to see that. Right, so let's come into this border. I don't know what I was thinking and I can only apologise. So I'm going to do the vines in the colours that we've got here, these vines, so that the page, let's put this light on, so the page looks like it goes. I mean black, there's no black in this image. Gold, there's no gold in this image. Even the moon is silver, so I have no idea what was going through my head. So, we're going to do these the same as we did these. So the vines are going to be the browns that we used, and I'll just remind you, so it was the castle from the dragon set. So we just do that round the edge. And it's going to be fiddly, but I think it'll be worth it and much better than that black that we had. Then we go in with Rusty. It's a beautiful colour. This is from the Monarch set. Gone out there, I'll erase it in a minute. And we'll bring that Rusty round into there. And then we'll take Saffron. It was from the skin set, and we will finish that off, go over the whole thing. There we go. So just a reminder, that's how we did those, and that's how we're going to do those. Then we had, do you remember the set of pinks that we had for the castle? We had Plum Pudding, Let me try and get them so you can see. We had Plum Pudding, Maiden Pink and Fancy Pink. Right, hold on to your ears folks, because I'm just going to sharpen them. Actually, I'll just use my little mechanical one. I did say I wouldn't do it to you while I was on camera. Although, it's such a good sharpener. Get such a lovely point with them. And it doesn't seem to waste your pencil. You know, I can hold it in the sharpener and it just the pencil doesn't seem to go down. It's really clever, really great one. Okay, so we're going to take our Plum Pudding like we did on all the others, and I'm going to drop that into the base of each of these little leaves. Like that. And this one. Then we're going to go over that with Maiden Pink. Oh, snapped it. Maiden Pink. A little bit in there. And then our final colour is the Fancy Pink from the Cobra set. And just go over that. There. Excuse me. So, I'm going to have to do all of the colouring in here before we can put the background in, because like I said in the last video, we do not want to drag like when you do your, if I'd have done the dark background that I intend to do, when you do light colours you'll drag it in. I'm sorry folks, my brain is all over the place. So now I want to have a look at this skull, and I haven't planned this, so I'm going to try out on a scrap piece of paper a couple of colours. So I've got Seashell Pink, and I've got a Peach Beige. Oh, that might work. Peach Beige. Okay, let's try that. What's that? Ginger Root. That's good. And then let's try a warm grey. Let's try this grey. Let's see how that works together. I like those two better. Okay, so let's get rid of the ginger root. So let's try, what have we got? What's that? 20% warm grey and peach beige. Let's try and do this little skull. Okay, so we're going to give him a dark edge with our grey. We can come back in with a gel pen and deepen up any of his little features. And then just let that softly fade out. Then we're going to put in the peach beige. We're going to drop that in on him. And when we're done, we can go back in with a little bit of black gel pen to re-darken the black bits. Bit of Prisma white. We're just going to put that over this side. There we are. And maybe a little bit dark around that edge. Let's find another darker one. Let's try, let's try 50% warm grey. Just so we've got a little bit of a darker edge on him. There. I know all this fuss for a tiny little skull, hey, but it will be worth it. There we go. One little skull. Right, I'm going to go and finish the leaves and the vine up to this point here, and then I'll meet you back and show you how I'm going to do the background on this, but you've got to colour it first, otherwise, like I say, I'll be dragging all sorts of colour in. Okay, give me a second, folks. Okay, so I've gone round the entire border, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to fill in the background now I've done these bits. We're going to have a look at those little flowers up there. But I'm going to take two of the background colours that we used for the sky, and they are Indian Throne Blue and Copenhagen Blue. And this is why I needed to fill in those bits first. So if we come in so you can actually see what it is I'm talking about, that might help. So I'm going to take our darkest, which is Indian Throne Blue, and I'm going to start filling it in at the bottom. And it's going to be fiddly, but I really think it will be worth it. Instead of that awful black and gold that I had, I think this will tie the page together. And I think it's... I know that it is good for you guys to see that when things fluff up. I mean, I could have cut that out and never shown it to you, that part of the video. But I really do think it's good to show that everybody messes up and there are ways around fixing things. So I hope you don't mind that being in there. And obviously if you prefer the black and gold, you can go ahead and do that, but I just was really not happy with it. And this way I've still got my second copy of the picture should I want to come back and revisit it at a later date. So now I'm going to go in with the Copenhagen Blue and just blend those two in together. It's such a teeny tiny space. I was going to do another lighter colour at the top, but it just isn't. I just don't think there's the room. And I think the contrast between these two is enough. But it brings in that sky, all the pinks we've used, and just gives us a little bit more of a unified page. Get back round there. Okay. That sounds like my sister's little doggy again, kicking off. It's a glorious day here in the UK, absolutely glorious. And because I'm feeling so much better, I'm still full of cold, but my throat is not sore like it was. I've been up, I've got washing hanging on the line, and I just feel really good. For the first time really in weeks. So, what a blessing. Just going to fill that in dark. And then in with our Indian Throne up here. So I hope that makes that a little bit more clear. I know I got it wrong in the last video. But always do, if you're colouring, always do your pales first if you can. And then your dark, because you just drag it in when you're blending. So back in with the Copenhagen Blue and blend those two together. So it gives us a little bit of a blend, but not too much of a contrast. I think that border's busy enough without too much of a gradient. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of the Indian Throne in there. Up into that bit. And then back in with the Copenhagen, and then we can just fill in any of those little white spaces that annoy us colourists so much. Okay. Just want to fill it in, make sure I've filled. Can you see everything? Yeah, you can. I just want to make sure I've filled in all those little white spaces. So now that pink and the border, the vines, really sort of pop now. We've got that dark blue, and I don't know what I was thinking, like I say, when I was ill. It's just like, oh dear. When I got up and I felt good this morning, I thought, oh, I'll do the video, I'll finish the video. And I came into my office and looked, and I thought, what is that? What are you doing? So, yeah. Alright, so that's how I'm going to fill in all the border, with just those two colours. So, the other little bits that we've got to do are, we could do these little flowers. So, I've just got two colours. So, I've got the maiden pink, mermaid pink, and this is peach. So, 939, peach. So, in the centre of the little flower, I'm going to put the mermaid. Why do I keep calling it that? Maiden pink, and just push a little bit up there where that dark is, out of the centre. And then I'm going to bring the peach in that we used in the clouds and just blend that in. So we're using a little bit of each colour that we've already had in the picture, and it'll just sort of, like I say, unify the page and give us some I don't know what the word is, I don't know. They'll look like they're meant to be there instead of that black and gold border that I had. So if you look at the difference between that and, I don't know, where is it? That's what we did have. And although that's pretty, this just goes so much better. Right, now, I'll come back to the sword because I'm going to use some stickles, of course. Now we've got to give this little lady some light in her window. So I'm taking goldenrod, and I'm going to go round her with goldenrod. I know her hair's done in goldenrod, but just give me a second. Okay, a bit of goldenrod. Okay, then I'm going to take, this is light peach. I always have such difficulty focusing those ones. 97. And I'm going over that goldenrod with light peach. I just want a little bit of a glow there. Okay, and then the reason why I put the light peach there is because I'm going to use canary yellow, and this will stop it just being too in your face yellow, but give us a glow. Okay, then we're going to take a little bit of Prisma White. See, if they were all printed like that, wouldn't it be amazing? And then I'm just going to knock that back. There we go, just so she's got a little bit of glow. Then I'm going to go back to the goldenrod and just deepen up around her a little bit of shadow. There. So she's got a little bit of light coming from her window. Right. What else have we got to do? Oh, the little bear. How could I forget our little bear? Okay, so I'll move it up. So I've got a number of different colour browns. So I'm going to start with the darkest, which is dark umber. And I'm going to fill in around his eyes. Here. With dark umber. I'm going to put a little bit of that up the front of his nose and bring that out. And I want a little bit of a sort of reddy tone. So I don't know what this colour is called, but it's 941. And I'm going to put that in. A bit round his nose. gone through his eye. Where's my my trusty eraser? There. So it's the AFMAT eraser, and it's a rechargeable one. I couldn't live without it. Not now. I was gifted it way back when, early at the start of my channel, and it's been an absolute blessing. Come up there a bit. Okay, now I'm going to take a little bit of Sandbar Brown, and I'm going to start to blend that in. And our little bear will start to come to life. There we go. Can't get too much detail in him because he's so teeny tiny, but... And then his little nose, I'm not going to colour black because we'll lose... Oh, hang on. I don't like that. Wait a minute. To blend that out. Go back in with the dark umber. Just put a little bit more detail in there. Yeah. Okay. Sandbar Brown. Where are we? There we go. Oh! Oh, sorry, my husband's just walked in the door and terrified me. Give me a sec. Sorry about that. My husband knew I was filming, but needed my attention for something, and so sort of slowly opened my bedroom door and it freaked me out. So, okay, so that's Sandbar Brown, just a bit of blending in there. Now for his little nose, I'm not going to use black because we'll lose all the detail. So I'm just going to use a little bit of 50% warm grey. And I'm just going to lightly put that in. We can put a little bit of pink. Let's use a Prisma, just the Prisma pink that we used for the clouds, which is 929. And we just put a little bit in there. There we go. So one little teddy bear at the bottom. Now, I'm going to take that grey, and because I'm going to stickle these, so I'm going to take that 50% warm grey again, and I am literally just going to go around the edge of that shield. And then I've got silver stickles I'm going over that with. We'll go through that too. There. And the swords, I'm just going to, we'll do a little bit of dark there. And then I'm just going to bring that down really lightly. Same colour. And then we'll sticklify that. What else have we got to do? Same with the scissors. I'm going to do that dark where the blades are. And then just lightly go over that. I'm going to bring stickles in there, so it looks hideous right now, but it won't. Okay, what else? We've got this bow and arrow, and I don't know what to do. Should we do browns? Let's do some browns. Okay. So let's take in, I think this is Sienna Brown, 945. And let's do the little leather pouch that it's in, that the arrows are in. So a little bit of that, and then whatever this one is, 941. Okay, we might need something a little lighter than that. Where's that rosy beige? It's no good asking you because you can't see, thank goodness. Right, let's try a little bit of this one, Putty Beige, 1083, and we'll just blend up the side of that. Okay, and the same round the handle. Just use the same colours round that handle and a bit of Putty Beige to blend. Need a bit more colour there. It's because I forgot the sienna. So let's put that in. Okay, right. I think we'll do the little arrowheads, the peach colour. So our maiden pink, and we will drop that in the centre of each of those. And then a little bit of peach. Now if you're going to rescue our maiden, you need to be coordinated. So you need to coordinate with the castle. I'm such an idiot sometimes. Okay, so maiden pink in the centre of that. And then we'll bring the peach down on the arrow. Okay, maybe a little bit of maiden pink on the edge. There we go. So our bow and arrow now coordinates. And our little moon, if I turn it around here, I'm just going to put that 50% warm grey in. And then we'll put stickles over that, but I'll do that at the end when I've done everything else. So just a very light touch of that grey. Okay, so what have I got left to do? I need to do this shield, so pinks again. I think I'll take the pink, Prisma pink, and we will drop in a little bit of that either side, and then the peach 939. There we go. Right, okay, so if we come out and have a look how far we've got, we have done a lot, people. Alright, so I'm going to have to go off and fill in all of that background with the blue, and then we'll meet back up, and what's nice is we get to do all the finishing touches. That's like my favourite bit. We've got to add stars to the sky, we've got to add stickles, and yes, glamorise it, that's the word. Alright, see you in a sec. Okay folks, finally I've finished the border. So what we've got left to do is just the handle of the sword, which I'm going to do just very simply. Let's come in so you can see. There you go. So I'm going to take the black Prisma. Sorry about the camera shaking. The black Prisma, and we're going to do the Holt. Is that what it's called? The Holt. And black, and then just sort of fade it out in the centre. And then I think we'll use, I was going to do grey, but maybe we should be pink too. Pink and peach handles, what do you reckon? So our maiden pink, told you, it has to be coordinated. If they're going to rescue Rapunzel, got to be coordinated. Right, okay, now we can have some fun. So, I've got all sorts of little bits here. I've got Stickles Diamond, which is my favourite. I've got Stickles Silver, which I rarely use, but it'll work really well to go over these little bits. But I want to make sure, if I'm doing it, I'm coming from the top of the page down, if that makes sense. So, I'm going to take the silver Stickles, and I'm going to put it on the scissors. Now, I have tested this on a page so it doesn't all come oozing out too fast and ruin the picture. And then I'm just going to use the nozzle to push it around. Can you see? Yeah. And then on the blade there, and then we'll do a little bit, squeeze very gently just round the handle. Some silver scissors. Okay, now the scissors in shot. Let's come out a little bit. I'm too far in because we did those Right, we need to look at the sky. Now I've got these, which are Stickles Glitter Gel. These have got gold bits in. So, we're going to try that. And in it, when you open it, there's all, it looks almost foamy, but there's all like little gold stars. I thought that would look cute on this page. So, I'm just taking an old paintbrush, which I will wash off immediately after I've used it. And a bit too much. We will spread it on. Can you see that beautiful? And we need to get the stars off. There we go. Let's get some stars. Spread them out a bit. There we go. So cool, isn't it clever? And they'll be sealed on your page with the gel. I love it. Absolutely amazing stuff. And then you can just play with the stars, plop them down until you're happy with where they are, so they're more random. Let's take a bit of the gel. Can even go over that moon. I love the finishing touches on when you do pages. Let's get those stars off there. Spread that glitter out. Okay. There we are. One. Oh, let me put the lid back on, otherwise they dry out. Okay, let's have a look at that. So, glittery, starry sky. Okay, I will wash that paintbrush in a sec. So, we've got the glittery, starry sky. Sorry, hang on a sec. Yes, please! Then we're going to do the sword with the silver stickles. Which is why I just put grey underneath. Silver stickles there. We have got the little shield is being stickleized within an inch of its life. There we go. And okay, that's that. Now, switch from silver to our diamond. Now, I am thinking, I have to be careful that I don't put my great big hand through everything, which I normally do. So this is diamond, and I'm thinking that for sure these vines need some glitterization. So I'm going to go for it. Just going to run a simple edge of glitter up there. Not on all of them, but some of them. So like the big chunky vines can have glitter on. Like that. In here. And it will just lift, when that dries, that'll just lift that, give it a little bit of a... I'm thinking that the castle also needs some. So let's put, if I can put my hand in it, let's put a glittery edge up the side of the castle. Just spread that out a little bit. Just got some glitter there. And we'll do it up this edge. Almost like it's catching that moonlight. There we go. And then we've got the other vines to do. So I'm really carefully trying to shift it. So we'll do because I've got silver down here. So we need this edge. Oops. To match the other edge. And then choose those thicker branches to put that glitter on. I love just these last bits, it's just so much fun. And considering I nearly scrapped the page. Yeah, it was a bit of a disaster waiting to happen, wasn't it? I lost the footage, which then I luckily found it, and then messed up the border. So it's a miracle this video's got out to you guys. But I'm glad it did. I like it. I like the way it's turned out. There we are. So if I lift that up now to the light, we can see where our vines, that one needs some glitter. Let's do it on here. I must keep Ranger in business using their diamond glitter. I must do. Right, so if we lift it up, we can have a look now and just see, do we have it everywhere we want it? That one needs it. No good being tight at this stage of the game, people. Oh. Someone's happy. There we go. Alright. Now I'm going to have to let that dry before I do anything. What do you think, people? I love it, and I'm so glad that I went back and did that border. So the crinkles you can see are where, because I've stuck this page on, that will dry out when the paste dries out. That's where I've repaired it, but it will dry flat again. I love it. What do you think, people? So what I might do, the only thing I might do, which I can't do at the moment because it's all wet, is do a gel pen, black out the white lines for the clouds. And then, so, there we are. Our finished page in, I can't shut the book obviously, The Night Garden, R.J. Hampson. What an incredible book. Katie, thank you so much for buying it for me. I really appreciate it, and I love, love, love this book. I really hope that you've enjoyed colouring along with me. If you have coloured it, even if it's in your own way, please post it on the Facebook group or tag me on Instagram and let me see your colourings. I love looking at them when people contact me and say, oh Lucy, look, I've done this. I love it. It makes my day to know that people are, even if they're not following me along, they've thought of me to tag me in it. So I'm going to let you go. Hopefully it's sunny and glorious where you are too. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will be back very soon with a book that I have been gifted. It's a PDF book, but you wait till you see it. You Carolina Kupakowska fans, you wait till you see it. So I should be back very shortly to do a flip through with that. Yeah, so I'll stop my ramblings and I will let you go. So we've done a repair, we've had a jump scare, and we've been ill, we've been better. Oh look, no way, the little stars. No, before we go, and the moon. Little stars. It's a good job I ramble, folks. They need a bit of glitter. Can't forget the little stars, and we've got a little moon here. Poor little moon. There we go. That's better. There we are. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to stop rambling now, but it's a good job I did, or I'd have missed those, because I'd have put it to one side to dry and would have never have noticed. So anyway, I really will let you go. So until we meet again very, very soon, folks, please take really good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.